Hi, I'm Dr. Donald Boomgaarden, President of St. Joseph's College, and I'd like to welcome you to St. Joseph's College Living Our Mission. St. Joseph's was founded in 1916 and has a rich and deep history. We pride ourselves on the fact that our ideals and commitment to enriching the lives of students have not changed since we opened our doors, and that our students lead lives dedicated to service and helping others, much like the spirit of the college's founders, the Sisters of St. Joseph. We have two campuses, one in Clinton Hill, one of the most dynamic neighborhoods in Brooklyn, and another on Long Island, situated near Patchogue Lakes, near the waves and scenic East End. Thank you for joining us. In this program, we will be discussing campus life and residential housing at St. Joseph's College. At SJC, our students are highly motivated and involved in extracurricular activities like athletics, student government, and other academic and recreational clubs. These are some of the things that draw students to St. Joseph's College. To speak more about this is Jaime Vacca-Hoefner, Executive Director of Student Life at SJC Brooklyn, and student Gabriella Fielding. Welcome. So happy to have both of you here today. St. Joseph's is a college where student life is very important. I think we share that with a lot of the institutions on Long Island, but we do have some special qualities and aspects to student life that we're going to talk a little bit about today. And I think all of it ties into the fact that we're interested in educating the whole student. So we want them to have a wonderful education and leave with a great diploma and certificate and the promise of employment, but we also want them to develop as human beings and as people. So Jaime, tell me a little bit about campus life at SJC Brooklyn, some of the things that go on here and some of the things you're most proud of.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Boomgaarden. As you stated, I'm the Executive Director of Student Life, and the Division of Student Life encompasses many areas: student activities, co-curricular programs, campus ministry, career services, counseling services, wellness, multicultural life, off-campus housing. The list goes on
That's
and on.
a lot.
That's a lot. We could be here a long time. However, my specific area is student involvement and leadership. And it's exactly what that title says. Student involvement in terms of campus life, Student Government Association, Campus Activities Board, clubs and organizations, of which we have 32 at the moment. The number is forever changing, depending on the interests of the students. Covering many areas: academic, Greek and social, performing and creative arts, multicultural, and spiritual, service, social. That's a mouthful. Something unique about our campus, we have a common hour every day. It's one free hour where classes are not scheduled. So that is where we have the bulk of our programming since we're a commuter campus. So each day on campus, you will find different activities going on: music performance, lectures, career development workshops, club meetings, student government meetings. Where everywhere you turn, you'll find a different activity.
And it's especially nice that we have that common hour. We have it on both campuses, and because we are primarily a commuter school, it's an opportunity for the students to get together and actually experience college life. And I think that's a very unique characteristic of St. Joseph's.
Absolutely.
That I enjoy. That's my opportunity to mix and meet with the students and attend all kinds of different presentations, lectures, seminars, panel discussions, performances, art shows, you name it. So that common hour aspect is a really important part of student life.
Absolutely.
So now, Gabriella, I know that your name's Gabriella, but I know you as Gabby.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your experiences here at St. Joseph's, what brought you to St. Joseph's, and how you fit into the campus life.
Well, my experience at St. Joe's has been amazing. I did a whole 360 from the time in high school to now. In high school, I wasn't really involved. I did softball, and that was about it. And then I came to St. Joe's, and through student life, I became a leader on campus. I'm a part of student government. I'm the vice president-elect. And then I'm also president of a club, a part of the softball team on campus. And then I fully immersed myself into the school culture. And the hopes of all the students who come here is that they do that. And it's through student life where that's possible.
And Gabby, when you graduate, what do you plan to do?
I plan on being a ICT, so a special education teacher. Hopefully I get a job in that field, and then just teach the future of America.
And do you think that those experiences in student government and campus life are going to be helpful to you?
Of course, because within a classroom, you have to be a leader of the classroom. You have to be able to communicate with a co-teacher, the others in the school, as well as the students in the classroom. So through leadership, I'm learning how to communicate with people and work together as a cohesive team.
You know, I know, Gabby, you won't mind if I say this, but we worked together all year because Gabby is a member of the Student Government Executive Committee. And I remember sitting and talking to them so frequently, and they would say things to me like, Dr. Boomgaarden, we need to get the students more involved. And this is music to every president's ear, because the students themselves are saying we need to be more involved, we need to be more active. And so the student government is really functioning as it should. It's a tool to help the students to develop these skills outside of the classroom, which sometimes can make all the difference in life, right? And it contributes so much to their future happiness and joy. Well, one of the other special things we have here in Brooklyn is we have kind of a special opportunity for students to live off campus. Jaime, maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
And it is a unique situation where we lease space from the St. George St. Clark residents in Brooklyn Heights through educational housing services. So the students are not living on campus as in a traditional university setting, but we're about a mile away, and we provide a shuttle service, and they are in one of the most coveted neighborhoods in Brooklyn, steps away from the picturesque promenade and the Brooklyn Bridge. And it really provides a unique opportunity for students to live in the heart of Brooklyn, steps away from New York City, but be close to campus.
So they can literally live in the city and have that experience here at St. Joseph's, and they come from all over the world, right?
Absolutely. We have students from Germany, we have students from Kenya, we have students from Long Island, we have students from New Jersey, from all over the United States, and our international student population is growing each year. We have 3 students currently on student government, international students. That has never happened before.
Yes, we have such a wonderful student culture here because there's such a variety, and that's something that young people also are looking for. They're looking for a college where they can be with a group of different people from different backgrounds, because it's in that diversity that we have strength, right? That's the real strength of our country. It's the strength of St. Joseph's College, is the idea that all of those different viewpoints, attitudes, people from all over different economic, social status, all of that comes together at St. Joseph's, and we do something creative and good with it.
Absolutely.
And Gabby, you live at the St. George's, right? So tell me about that. What's that been like for you?
I mean, it's been amazing. When I first came here 3 years ago, there were only about 20 of us, and now there's over 95 of us living at the St. George. So it's been amazing. Not only do we live with each other from the same college, we also live with NYU students, St. Francis College students. So not only are we meeting students from St. Joseph's, we're also meeting students from around the world.
Yeah, so it's an opportunity to live in that kind of communal environment with one another, but to mix with the students from the other colleges in the area. And that's a pretty cool opportunity, right? There's a lot of social opportunities and things that you can do.
The dorms alone, they provide events throughout the week. They have events like movie night, stuff like that, that just brings us all together, as well as St. Joseph's itself has a housing club. So we throw events with just St. Joe's students. We also open it up to the other students who live at the St. George. So it's just more of community building there.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity, and you're right. We have an increasing number of students who are staying there. Every year the number grows, and I know that we have a strong demand from international students as well, because it's that great opportunity. And I suppose that for both of you, though, working so closely with campus life, if you were to talk to a prospective student, somebody who's watching this show, or maybe their mom or dad are watching this show, what would you say to them about what are some of the advantages of coming to St. Joseph's and getting involved in that campus life?
The advantage is that, as it's probably been said many times, we are a small college by numbers, and we are a family where you are not a number. You are a known person. You are a known name. The faculty communicate with staff members, communicate with administrators. If they are concerned about a student, you will not fall through the cracks here. And in terms of involvement, you can make this experience whatever you want it to be. If you weren't in a play in high school, you could come here and be a lead in the play. You didn't play sports in high school, you could come here and play sports. I have seen students do things that you never would have imagined them do when they entered as a freshman, and we provide those opportunities for transformation through our leadership programs, through our service opportunities for alternative spring break, through our creative and performing arts, and through athletics.
And now I know, Gabby, you are primarily also involved in athletics. How is that going to affect you in the future as you move into your career, do you think?
I mean, the same thing like student leadership, it allows us to build relationships with others, how to communicate with each other, and it's just the athletics program here is such a big part of the school now that it's nice that athletics and leadership, it's almost intertwined at this point. So it's nice to take both the athletics part of the school and the student life part of the school and almost combined it.
I think it's true that for a lot of student athletes in particular, they really develop their leadership skills on their teams, right? Because you're working with your team, and you learn a kind of supportive approach to life, because you're trying to support your fellow teammates, but at the same time you're pushing them further, you're striving for excellence. And that desire for excellence, striving for excellence, then spills into the rest of life. And so those experiences in athletics can be so powerful for students, and you've done such a wonderful job for us, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, we have to take a quick break, but still to come, Shantey Hill, Vice President for Athletics at SJC Long Island and Brooklyn. Stay tuned.
Are you ready to go further, to reach higher, to find out how good you are, to be the change, to do the work, to make this world a better place? At St. Joseph's College, we're ready when you are. With innovative academic programs developed by top industry leaders to prepare you for today's careers and tomorrow's opportunities. St. Joseph's College. Ready, set, Joes. Are you ready to go further, to reach higher, to find out how good you are, to be the change, to do the work, to make this world a better place? At St. Joseph's College, we're ready when you are. With innovative academic programs developed by top industry leaders to prepare you for today's careers and tomorrow's opportunities. St. Joseph's College. Ready, set, Joes.
Welcome back to St. Joseph's College, Living Our Mission. Thank you for joining us. In this segment, we will be discussing athletics at St. Joseph's College, home of the SJC Bears and Golden Eagles. From choosing the right college to our state-of-the-art facilities and NCAA regulations, today we are going to talk about what draws student athletes to St. Joseph's. To speak more about this with me is Shantey Hill, Vice President for Athletics for SJC Long Island and Brooklyn. So happy to see you. I always tell people I'm one of the most remarkable college presidents, not because of who I am, but because when I go to a game, I can actually see my own college play itself. And it's really fascinating to see the kind of enthusiasm and excitement that the students will show when playing the other campus. So any basketball game, for example, between the Bears and the Golden Eagles, that is going to be something that you do not want to miss. And you could say the same thing in all the other sports. And a lot of the enthusiasm and desire that our athletes show for their sports comes from your work. Could you give me maybe an overview of the athletics at St. Joseph's College?
Sure. You spoke to the culture and it being two different, very, very different demographics of students on the campuses, providing the best student athlete experience that we can. Here at St. Joseph's College in Brooklyn, we are experiencing a significant growth and success within the athletic department over the past 3 years. We have grown to add and secure more facilities, add to the facilities. In fact, we just opened an indoor turf practice area for our student athletes, and really for prospective student athletes, we are hoping that that is attractive to draw in more students. We have seen the growth in numbers of enrollment of our student athletes. In fact, over the past 3 years, we have about 30% more student athletes who have joined our teams because of the success and growth that we're having. And I attribute that to, securing the facilities, adding the facilities, but also the talented staff and coaches that we have been able to hire as well.
Well, I think many of our viewers might not know that we have two state-of-the-art facilities. We have this wonderful Hill Center here in Brooklyn, but we also have in Patchogue Long Island campus a tremendous facility, and so we're really blessed on both campuses to have some wonderful opportunities for students. And of course here in Brooklyn, our new facility allows them to do some practicing here in Brooklyn, which is not easy because of the space limitations.
Yeah. You talk about the facility in Long Island, and that has really allowed us to recruit new student athletes as well. We started 2 new programs, so men's volleyball and men's lacrosse, which gets to utilize that facility. And in between those 2 teams, we've added 60 new students to our campus in Long Island, which not only helps to signify the growth that the college is, for lack of a better term, experiencing, but also the athletic department is experiencing that growth. And we hope that adding new students and new sport teams helps to increase the environment for the college as a whole and provide those experiences for the students and student athletes.
Shantey, the College of St. Joseph is a Division III school. Can you explain what that means?
Division III, NCAA, under the National Collegiate Athletic Association. For Division III athletes, they are different than Division II and Division I solely by one thing, and that is that they do not receive athletic scholarships. Now here at St. Joseph's, our kids are, or student athletes I should say, are Division III student athletes, and they don't come here because they are going to get an athletic scholarship. They come here, I would hope, for 2 reasons. The first would be for the excellent academics that we have, and 2, because they could still compete at a high level in athletics. So Division III athletes, although they are different than Division I and Division II, and they don't receive athletic scholarship or grant aids, they do come to St. Joseph's, and I think we give pretty healthy and competitive academic awards, but they really come here for their passion of their sport. So Division III kind of gives you the best opportunity to combine your passion for sport and also for your curriculum. Division III athletics is the best place if you want to find balance. Our students are into social activities as well as passionate about their sports, but they also hold down full-time jobs, and they are very active in the community, and they do tons of other things that really make St. Joseph's College very proud.
St. Joseph's has won a number of conference championships. We have tremendous champions from St. Joseph's College. We have so many opportunities on each campus for the students. Well, thank you so much, Shantey, and thank all of you for watching St. Joseph's College, Living Our Mission. We hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.